It's 6 o'clock. I'm starting.
Hey, I'll come out and I'll look at it, but have them ready.
All right, we're live.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to the January 11th, 2021 regularly scheduled meeting of the Lamar County School Board. Before we get started, would like to say a word of prayer, and I've asked for Matt Mayo.
Pray with me. Heavenly Father, we just thank you for the opportunity to join together. We thank you for this district and the people that it represents, both the administration, the staff, the students who get to serve in our community. We just pray that you give us wisdom this evening as we go about the business of the district. Pray that you guide us and help us remember that everything we do with the spirit that glorifies you. Pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Item number 2 are our meeting procedures, and this just basically means if you have not already been approved to be on the agenda, then you're not to speak publicly in front of us. Item number 3 is the approval of the general agenda. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second, and I would like to strike consent agenda purchases, item number 5.
Okay, so we're pulling, this is in item 15B5. We're gonna pull that item for
That is
tonight's
correct.
agenda. Okay. So I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Item number 4 is our swearing in of our new board member. Ms. Hankins, essentially.
All right. Well, congratulations. So if you'll raise your right hand, you can do your left. There we go.
That's good.
Very good. If you'll repeat after me. I, Jenny Henserling,
I, Jenny Henserling,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office
from holding the office
of Lamar County School Board District D,
of Lamar County School Board District D,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Right here, we'll make it official.
Don't get some pictures in there, Jerry.
Yeah, pull that one. Pull that one. Want to?
Yes.
They're all a family group.
Hey, look. My family portrait maker here. I'll try. Thank you guys.
Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, guys.
Appreciate y'all.
Mark, thank you, sir.
Thank you all. You're welcome. So, we're good to go. I'll get this file. We'll get it taken care
Thank
of.
you, Martin.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good evening.
Good to see y'all. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Congrats on the next year.
Yes. See y'all.
All right, item number 5 is the election of officers, which we do every year. So I'm gonna open up the floor for a motion for president.
I move that we nominate several votes as president. Can I do them all?
Pierce?
Yeah,
I can go
sorry,
back.
several here. So you can tell what I'm, can I do them all for one time?
I'm sorry,
Can I nominate and reelect our existing officers?
that works for me, I think. Does it work? Does that work?
It's
Rick?
fine today.
All
Deborah
right,
Pierce,
so Matt Mayo's gonna make a motion for myself as pres, Jeremy, vice president,
Don't hear any arguments from him.
no arguments from Jeremy, and Jim as secretary, so
And
we
I'll
have,
second all of those.
all right, so we have a second from Jim. All in favor? Any opposed? And that passes. Good job, Matt. Item number 6 is recognitions.
Recognition, this is one of my favorite parts of the whole meeting. Yeah, if you don't mind, get the merchant marine first. Merchant Marine Bank, get you represented in the photographer. As we pull in our guests tonight, first one's gonna be Merchants Marines, and they're gonna talk about their contribution. It's not a donation, it's a contribution to our early learning collaborative. And I'd like to update the board on what exactly totals we've collected. Last year, when I did the news the other night, and I knew it was somewhere around $225,000, so it was kind of put on the spot there. So I finally got the total number. Last year, we raised $196,100. This year, with this contribution here, which was given on December 31st, this puts us up to, this year was $619,380.
Wow.
And that's an increase of $423,280. And that money is going to go, we're going to actually start two, so you guys can, you're helping. We're actually going to start 2 new classrooms. We're going to be able to start 40 more kids. And so we're going to be able, the waiting list that we've had for years, this is actually going to help us reduce that waiting list, if not eliminate it. Hopefully, and we're going to, and again, we're also going to help our child care centers and daycares in our county. This money goes to them too, to provide them with professional development, provide them with materials and things that help them. We're not in the business of trying to steal kids away from them. We're getting out there, we're trying to reach the kids that are not going to any type of school when they're 4-year-olds. And so that's our key demographic that we're looking for, is those ones that are not being served. And so we want to get those into our program. I'll go ahead and I told our staff this Friday, our goal for next year is $1 million, $1 million for this year, by the end of December 31st of 2021, is to raise $1 million in contributions or tax credit. So that is our goal, and I've already challenged our staff to that, and we're going to get the word out, and get the good word out, and we're going to continue. This year we had more individuals, even though we've had a lot of corporate donors, or corporate contributors, excuse me. We had more individual donors as well, so we're getting the word out. And so, any questions about that before we make the presentation?
No, that is super.
Awesome. Yes, I'm super excited about the possibilities. So we have, I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. So we have Merchant Marine Bank here to make a donation. So I'll turn the floor over to you. Want to step this way?
Show them what a camera is.
Show what the camera is?
Yeah.
Yes, so, so I'm Greg Hodges with Merchants Marine Bank, and we're obviously new to the area. And we all saw this opportunity just to be able to make a sizable donation to the school district. And I went to Oak Grove, and I'm a local guy that believes in what we're doing. So glad to be a part of a bank that believes in the community and willing to give back, and wanting to see the improvement in our area. So,
well, and I don't view this as a contribution. I view this as an investment. And what I've told the board, and I've told so many people, an investment in our early learning collaborative, and the research is there, is that the sooner we get them to start learning to read, the sooner they can read to learn. You learn to read at first, and then you read to learn second. And so the sooner we can get them to learn how to read, then that's when they can start reading to learn. That's when their trajectory of life and their success increases exponentially as soon as they can do that. And I tell them it's just like we're running a race, and I hate to use that analogy, but the better start they get in this race of education in life, the better off the better head start they get is going to help them tremendously. So we do appreciate that. So guys, if you want to, we got a backdrop here. If you want to get a photograph right here.
Greg, who else you got with you?
Yes,
Yeah, let me,
please.
so this is Casey Hill, our CFO, Casey's in Pascagoula. This is Brad Cornett, and he's a lender here in Hattiesburg. And Jonathan Showles is heading up our mortgage division here in Hattiesburg as well, so.
Let me double check on that live.
I appreciate y'all.
No, thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you for what y'all do.
No, thank you. Thank you. This is gonna help us do what we do, but I promise. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so very much.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Purpose. Purpose, high school cheer dance. Okay. Now, before we get an opportunity like last month, was very honored to, recognize our state champion football, teams, two from Oak Grove and from Lumberton. And now we're going to recognize, since then, we've had our state championship cheer and dance. And we've had several teams, and I'd like to recognize them tonight, so I've asked them to be here. So that we can recognize them. So first, we're going to recognize the cheer and dance teams from
That was real ladylike, doesn't it?
from Purvis High School. Okay. We've got the dance team, the cheer team won first place in the 3A, 4A game day division state champions. Coach is Christy Ash and Chastity Ash and Christy Nelson. Okay. And so then we also have our Purvis High School dance team, that was won third place in the small division. And we got Christina Rominger.
Yes.
Rominger, okay. And so they're here tonight, and so I just wanted to recognize you in front of our school board and in front of everyone who's watching tonight, and tell you how much we appreciate all the hard work, all the cameras right there. Wait, everyone. Wanted to recognize you for all your hard work, because we do know that there's a lot of hours, a lot of time that you spend with your young ladies, and all you do for them. And we just make sure that we recognize your efforts and their efforts and how hard their work is. We usually like to have the whole team.
Yeah, we usually like to have all the kids.
Yes, but in our COVID time. Yeah. So is there anything that you would like to say to the board or back and forth, or?
Just like to say congratulations. I know it takes a lot of extra work, after school hours and things like that to put on a good program like y'all do. We really appreciate it.
Great job, especially this last year.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, let's do cheer first, and then we'll do dance, okay? So stand right here. Let's take. I thought you were going to do a cheer. No, I won't do a cheer. I promise you. I won't put anybody through that.
And then dance.
Yeah, no, I won't do dance either. That's worse than cheer. Good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all coming.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Yes, we're very appreciative of that, all the hard work.
Please let the girls know how much we appreciate their
Yes,
work.
ma'am. Thank you. I hope that.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Congratulations. Summerall.
you. Thank you.
Summerall.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
How are you? This is Emily Smith. Okay. I'm going to recognize her for the third place in the junior high large division at state championships this year. We appreciate you and all the hard work that you've done on your team, and we'll please express our congratulations and pride in what you do for our district and to your girls for us, okay?
Thank you so much.
So if you would get a picture?
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. I'll leave mine on, you leave yours on. All right, thank you so much.
Sorry. Thank you.
Go over middle. Go over middle. Go over middle. Next we have Oak Grove Middle School, both their cheer and their dance. All right, so we got both Oak Grove Middle School's cheer and dance here. Anita Lane, they won first place in game day division, state champions. All right. And then Miss Chesney Keeler, first place in palm and kick division at the state championship. Congratulations, that's palm and kick, right? Yeah, that's awesome. So, yes, excellent. I actually was able to make it to the dance, and I thought that was fantastic. I wasn't able to make it to cheer. I'll make it next year.
I'm cheer.
Yeah, oh, cheer, okay, dance, I meant dance, sorry.
You missed the show.
We're not gonna let him cheer or dance.
No. So, we're here and want to thank you for all your hard work and all the extra hours and the things that y'all do for your young ladies and all you do for the school district and the excellence that you present to us tonight is proof of your hard work and their hard work. So thank you so much. So, all right, so let's go first with the cheer.
You want?
No, we'll hold it together. We'll hold it together.
Thank
So,
you.
dance. Yeah, there you go. We can just hold it like this. Thank you so much. Elk Grove High School.
Is it really
It's
heavy?
really heavy.
This is big as hell.
Come on.
Very good.
So we have Elk Grove High School, both cheer and dance. Active session 14 to cheer is the first place in a large group, state champions, first place. Cheer 14 Mississippi High School Activity Association State Championships, last two back-to-back champions, right? Elk Grove High School Dance, the Golden Spirits, first place in the Jazz, the state champions. Miss Casey Morrison is the director or coach, or what do you call it? Director, coach, okay, coach, there you go. 13 state championships, the last 4 in a row.
Wow.
So, yes, congratulations, thank you so much, and what we told Carissa is that we appreciate all the hard work, the time, and the effort that you put into your young ladies, and all the extras that you do, because it does show the excellence that we expect, not only in the classroom, but outside the classroom as well, so.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's take a picture of the cheer first, if you want to. Right here, we'll just stand right here, we'll hold it together if you want.
Yeah, sure.
You need to squat down.
I'm used to it. Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to stay right here? Are you on my hand? Yeah.
You just know what's going on.
Like, oh, what are we doing?
Yeah, I know.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate you guys. Thank you.
That wraps up our recognitions for tonight, so.
See you
I'm
later.
trying.
Bob or not.
All right. Okay, item number 7 is the approval of the December 14th, 2020 minutes. Have a motion.
So moved. We approved those
Have a
minutes.
second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And Ms. Henschling will abstain from that one, because she got for the record, since she was not here.
No.
All right, item number 8 is the approval of the monthly financial report for November 2020. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Item number 9 is the approval of policies for review. And these have no change. This is EDD, EDDA, EDF, EE, and EG. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Item number 10 is the approval of the extended district COVID-19 leave. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Item number 11, our board attorney matters. Report.
Thank you. Each year, first meeting, we have to establish our rental rates for 16 section leases. Just a little bit of background information. Commercial leases have to be at least 5% of the fee simple appraised value based on statute. Our other leases can be more or less than that. On our commercial leases, we have maintained it at 5% in the recent past. We always look at the T-bill rates, treasury bill notes, and I put it in board book was 1.047, and that was as of January the 3rd. So comparatively speaking, our 5% return is significantly higher than the T-bill rates. So tonight I need for the board to establish a rate for the residential and other properties besides commercial and hunting leases. I wanted to do a separate bid change on hunting leases. So the first one would be what the board's pleasure is for residential leases, what percentage. We're at 5% now, and we've been there for as long as I know.
Okay. Do we need to have a vote for each, or
Yes,
vote for each?
if we can, just so we can.
A motion is second for each, okay,
We've historically kept them the same.
Yes.
yes.
Yes, we have.
So I'll open up the floor for a motion for percentage on our 16 section land leases for residential.
Move to set the rental rate at 5%.
Okay,
I'll second that.
all in favor? Any opposed? And that passes. I'll open up the floor for motion for setting our rental rates for 16 section land leases for commercial property.
And I'll move to set that rate statutory minimum of 5%.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes.
On our forest and agricultural hunting leases, we don't have a lot of those leases, but we do have some. The state minimum is $5 per acre per year for hunting lease. And Kevin Harless has suggested that we increase that to $8 as a minimum. He checked in the area, and $10 seems to be a fairly common price for hunting leases. Sometimes people complain that the 16 section leases are not as valuable because we do restrict food plots they can put in. We do restrict some of the hunting time that they have because we may have pine straw leases on the same property. So they don't get quite as much access to the property as somebody might on another lease, but that $8 would be a reasonable price as a minimum on our hunting leases.
Okay. So I'll open up the floor for a motion to set our hunting leases at a minimum of $8 an acre.
So moved.
That was a motion. I was open up the floor
Yes,
for a
ma'am.
motion, sorry. Second, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Follow-up question for
Sure,
discussion.
sure, yeah, go ahead.
But it's still a bid, and we put that, take bids, and get to the
Yeah.
highest bidder.
Yes.
No bids, or the minimum bid has to be $8.
That's correct.
If somebody already has property leased, do we give them first right of refusal? Does it automatically renew with the current minimum, or how would it work if somebody already has property leased?
For hunting leases and agricultural leases, the first time that it comes up for renewal, say they got a 5-year lease, the first time it comes up, the current lessee can match the low bid. So the current lessee may bid $8.10. Somebody else bids $9. The current lessee can match the $9 and keep it for another 5 years.
And they're all 5 years in duration, any agricultural.
I think the minimum is 5 years. There may be some math that are 10. But it's either 5 or 10.
All right, so I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? And that passes. All right, item number 12 is 16 section land manager matters, and Mr. Norton's gonna handle those.
Kevin's not here tonight, so he asked me to help out.
Okay. Yeah, and he approves of all. I forget to ask him every time.
Okay, the first one is a cancellation of a lease. Southeastern Concrete has a lease that's past due. I checked with Kevin, it's past due 1 year, and he's contacted the lessee, Mr. Sims. Mr. Sims does not want to renew the lease. He does not He has not tried to sell the lease. He understands that he hasn't paid, he's in default, and then we're gonna cancel the lease.
Okay.
So, this is just the formality of canceling the lease because of non-payment.
Okay, so I open the floor for a motion to cancel lease number 243 for Southeastern Concrete for non-payment of yearly lease.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes.
The second item is property that's a 99-year lease that is in the name right now of, let's see,
Temples?
yeah, Mr. and Ms. Temples want to lease, I'm sorry. This is not the 99-year lease. Mr. and Ms. Temples has they want to lease a 3-acre parcel. It was appraised at $26.84 per acre, so the annual lease would be $405. And this is property off of Pineborough Road. So we need to approve the lease to Mr. and Ms. Temples for the 3 acres.
Okay,
So,
thank you, Matt. Do I have a second?
Second.
Jeannie, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes.
The third one is the 99-year lease, and this is one that we wanted to add to the agenda tonight. There's a 99-year lease to Stephen Moore, and he's selling the property to Ms. Lamar. So we would like to approve a 40-year residential lease to Callie Lamar and cancel the current 99-year lease. For the board members, the 99-year lease was something that was entered into on 16 section properties in the 50s, 60s, 70s, into the 80s. And you would pay a one-time lease fee and never pay it again. This school district went to court, said that was unconstitutional, and the courts did find that was against the public interest. As long as you had that lease, you were able to keep it, but if you ever sold it, then it would transfer out and would no longer be a 99-year lease. So this one now bringing in revenue of $250 per year, when we were getting no revenue at all before.
So it's going to a 40-year, you said?
Yes.
40-year residential lease.
All right. Do I have a motion?
move to approve as presented.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes.
And I believe that's all.
Thank you, Ms. Doherty. Dr. Henry.
All right, so superintendent's report, I'll try to keep this. I've got a few things I'd like to highlight tonight. One thing first I'd like to highlight is the overwhelmingly positive opportunity from all our buildings, from all our teachers about the days we had to be able to get this past week, last week, to be able to get our teachers and get professional development on how to use the new devices they got, how to teach using live stream and being able to get kids to join in, virtual kids to join in actual classroom instruction, this, that, and the other. And so that was very valuable. Our teachers overwhelmingly tell us that they feel like they're better on their feet, ready for their kids. And I just think it's going to be definitely a dividends moving forward. And so our right now we're on a hybrid schedule. If a kid's on an A day, if they're A kid on a B day is going to be able to log in and see their classes being taught. Our virtual kids are going to be able to log in and see their classes being taught. You know, we're trying to move more towards that wall-to-wall, and we're getting our teachers getting more and more comfortable with doing that and being able to manage both the online presence and in-person presence. And so I'm very excited about that. We also, within the 3 days, we had district-wide PLCs, and that's been very helpful. And if we didn't have PLCs in place before this COVID happened, I could not imagine our teachers being able to be where they are right now.
What is a PLC?
I'm sorry, professional learning community. Professional learning community, I apologize, I was speaking education terms.
That's where the teachers get together?
The teachers get together, so like in this district-wide, we've got all our third grade English language arts teachers together so that we can have our curriculum across the district being at the same rigor and the high standards and making sure that we're all sharing ideas. That's the biggest thing, is that we're working smarter and sharing ideas and tips. And if we're both teaching the same subject and you're having an issue with this, I might have something in my tool chest that I use for my class to help with that. You might have something that can help too. And it's just providing that information so that our teachers are not by themselves teaching on an island and in isolation. And so that we're working as a team instead of working as a group of teachers, individuals, and we're working as teams to try to tackle some of the problems that we're facing. And that was wildly, it was more beneficial than anything else. And so we've been doing it in our tested areas and our grade level tested areas. We were able to expand that during this time to our AP courses, to our college, to our dual credit, to our ACT prep. We just got if you teach this, we want you to be planning together, communicating with one another, working together. And so that expanded this during this time. And so it was just a very positive first 3 days without kids. And then we transitioned into virtual for the Thursday and Friday, and it was just, it went very, very well. We still have a few hiccups, but we're still getting in. And that's what I think has helped our teachers not to panic when things kind of do go wrong. We're going to figure out an issue. We're going to rely on our teammates. We're going to work together to get this solution. So that was really good. We do want to highlight our CTE programs. I just want to kind of use this as next month is the CTE month. And so I'd like to go ahead and start highlighting our CTE work keys. Has anybody heard of work keys? And then we have ACT is the college entrance exam, college preparation. And we have work keys, which is more geared to career readiness. You have college readiness with ACT. You have work keys, which is career readiness. And it ranges from you don't get a score. You get a score, but it's on the platinum level. You get a platinum, gold, silver, bronze levels, and anything silver and above is considered career readiness. And so we had 55 students that took last semester in our CTE programs that took the work keys, and we had 46 of them that were silver and higher. So 46 out of 55 were deemed as career ready.
And this CTE is like well-being.
Yes, again, I'm speaking. It is our career and technical education, and it's at our center. We have automotives, we have metal trades, we have construction, we have health sciences now, teacher academy, engineering. Now we have our new drone program, which is our this is a drone. I can't think of what
The specific.
unmanned aerial system.
Okay.
Unmanned aerial system. Yes, unmanned aerial systems. I went blank there for a minute. Out on our campuses, we do have early childhood here at Purvis High School. We have a health science program at Oak Grove High School. We have culinary at Summerall High School and at Oak Grove High School. And this semester we'll be starting law and public safety as a new program that we'll be offering. It'll be housed at Purvis High School. And those sites are not, those school sites are not limited just to those students. We bring the kids from all over the district who wants to take. If we have someone who is interested in being a law enforcement agent or officer, they can take a law and public safety, and that covers all your public services, your fire, police, first responders, the EMT, and all that stuff. So,
Any computer programs, networking or any basic programming?
we're looking to start IT, which is information technology, and so that's going to be our next program that we're going. We had to petition the state because those are state funded programs, and so that's our next program that we're looking towards. Now there is also a push for through transitioning some of our STEM that we have that probably some of your children took was, and we do have computer programming classes, and we're looking to ramp that up. There's some grant money through ceasefire. Ceasefire's doing a lot of that in the state. So we're looking at the IT is more the infrastructure, the networking, the building computers and things like that. So
we get to do now when we do academic readiness, you can take a dual credit class and you get to count college credit for it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of these programs, there's also similar
correct.
things for the junior college level. Do we have opportunities for them to get joint credit or dual credit and like that and these type of programs?
Yes and no, because we do have, and it's kind of spotty from this to this program to this program. The big thing in our programs that we have, our 2-year programs that we have, are the national certification. The national cert, And I was fixing to get to that, so it was a good segue. We had 56 students earn national certifications, and we have ASE, which is our automotive, so I left that out earlier, we had automotive. And so we had 36 kids, 36 national certifications. That instruction has NCCER, had 4 NCCER, early childhood, EC, health sciences, NCHESE, I wish you had put
Lots of letters.
yes, had 8 of those. Metal fab is NIMS, and that's more of a welding type certification, had 3 of those. And then our UAS is our first year to have UAS, it's the first semester to have the second year program. And we had 3 students in that program, because this is a brand new program. We had 3 students in that program the second year, this first semester, and I think we have about 3 or 4 in the next semester. But out of the 3 that took the FAA 107, they're actually a pilot now. And 2 out of the 3 passed that test, and it's not easy at all. I mean, you're talking about reading topographical maps and things like that.
So they can use those certifications to then go out into the workforce.
Right. Actually, these UAS pilot, once they certify, they can actually start their own drone program business up, and because they're now certified pilots, they can fly. And, they just have to follow the rules from the FAA. And so, yes, the ASC, they can walk into a garage and say, I'm ASC certified, and that's a huge thing for them. The NCCR for construction and welding and stuff like that. So it basically lets an employer know that I don't have to teach this person the basics. They've already got this level of down what we're looking at. It helps to show that their career ratings. And so that's one of those things we're working towards too, because we just don't, not every kid's going to go to college. We want to make sure that we can all want to go to college. We also want to get them to the career rating side too. So we want to go ahead and try to, as much as possible, we want to pick up our CTE programs, our career and technical education programs. So very proud of those and all the things that they've accomplished. On the business side, we had a very successful in-house audit here before Christmas, finished that up, and now the state auditor's coming in this week, and we suspect and we fully are planning that their audit will be just as good as our own audit. Child nutrition, we're still have free meals for all our students, breakfast and lunch, so we encourage our parents to take part in that, and the children get the lunches. We're really close to finishing up. We've got a few things on the knock list for our transportation building over here on 11 there, and Highway 11, and we're waiting on the contractor to finish those things up so we can take hold of that building and go ahead and move all our transportation, make that our hub for our transportation. And that is all I have. So, any questions you guys may have?
Is the free breakfast and lunch, does that continue to the end of the school year, or do we?
Correct, to the end of the school year. Now, one thing I did not mention that I told you I would be the graduation.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I'd like to talk to you about graduation, save the best for last. We sat down and I want to take our hats off to our high school principals. When you get a group of people and you talk about teamwork and work well together, it's easy to get some selfish and this, that, and the other. And so we worked together this past week in a couple meetings because, my charge to them was that we need to have graduation. We need to have a graduation. So what is that going to look like? And so as we came together, so we came up with a plan. And right now we're going to split graduation up into 4 separate ceremonies. Thursday night, May the 20th, on Purvis High School football stadium at 7 p.m. Thursday night, May 20th, 7 p.m. Purvis will have their graduation ceremony. Friday night, Summerall High School will have theirs on their football stadium at 7 p.m. on May 21st. Then Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, Oak Grove High School on their football stadium at 10 a.m. Saturday morning, May 22nd. And then we'll finish it up with Lumberton High School at 7 p.m. on their football stadium at Saturday night, May the 22nd. Being May in South Mississippi, we need to have some contingency plans for rain. Typically, we'll see isolated thunder showers, and if we can wait appropriate time to have it after the rain passes, we will. But if it's just one of those that's not going to go away, then we've set Sunday. We want to make sure, because we've got to be people traveling in and out, this, that, and the other. Sunday at 4 p.m., May 23rd will be our rain makeup. And if all 4 of them get rained out, we'll just have all 4 of them at Sunday at 4 p.m. So at this time, we don't want to say a number, but we're going to allow as many people as possible in our stands, depending on governor's executive orders is what we're saying now. But we want to be able to, and we're shooting at, and I just made the comment, and I'll make it in front of everybody else, made a comment to our principals that if 25% of people capacity can watch a football game, then 25% of capacity can watch a graduation ceremony. That's just how I feel about it.
That's right.
And so we will work with those numbers, and we will try to get everybody in, and if we don't have any, we can get the vaccines and everything going, and we don't have any limitations, we'll open it up, and we'll pack the house, and we'll have the football stadium, full. But if the governor sets a 50% capacity, or if it's 25%, we'll have to follow.
Whatever it is at that time.
Correct, whatever it is at that time. So,
Can I make a comment?
yes, sir.
A question. Comment is, I've talked to a couple of parents after our Thursday, Friday, where the students could see the ones I talked to could see their teachers, and it's basically, like class, except for they were on the computer. They were very impressed with that.
Good.
So that, according to the parents, it's really an improvement.
Teachers work really hard to get that. I really did, so I'm glad to hear that.
And one high school student said it was great compared to what we had last year. The question is, in our December meeting, we were talking about shooting for traditional after 2 weeks. Is that still our target?
It's still our target. We're finalizing, and I've got together some numbers just to look at what the impact from, if our numbers mirror the population's number, and so we're going to kind of wait to see what the impact for the holiday season is going to end up being, and we're going to start looking at the numbers next week, end of next week versus the next week, to be able to go into this week. Because next week, when we come back from our holiday on Monday, Tuesday, we'll start looking at and seeing which schools, where we at in each school, because I want to make it on a school by school basis.
School, that's excellent, yes.
And so that we can get as many kids in our traditional setting as possible.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Any other questions for him?
I assume we can live stream graduations too, to help.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir. We're going to live stream, and we're actually, we're hoping to find some projector screens so that if you're sitting on the very far end of the football stadium, that we can project that image up to them as they're walking across that stage. So we've got several plans. We've started logistically planning for chairs and things like that, and I think really came together. That's where I was talking about the teamwork with the principals and saying, hey, I got this, and hey, I got this, and we can do this and this, that, and the other. And it came together really nice so far, and we're just waiting to see what the governor's going to allow us to have, how many they're going to have, and I think it's going to be very nice for us, other than the heat, and that's why we kind of pushed it back to 7 to get it out of the heat of the day. And
can't
have
control
it.
that.
Yes, and so we're going to do what we can do.
One more just question, how close are teachers to being able to start getting vaccinated? Still a week or two out?
We had a meeting with Dr. Dobbs this morning, superintendent, and he quote said he wish he wouldn't have said the middle of January, so I think it's going to be at least another 2 weeks before we can start.
Or 1BC, I think, phase 1B or 1C, something like that.
Yeah, they
1B now.
They were offering at 75 and older, and then they saw the need because of the illness and hospitalization of 65 and over, so they decided to prioritize 65 and over before the educators. And so we're kind of right after that 65 and over, and then the way he said it's really dependent on supply and getting that in, because they really don't know from week to week what they're getting until like that Friday afternoon what they get next week. And so they're working as hard as and I don't believe.
And if I understand correctly, it is all K-12.
All K-12 and universities, and it is
Yeah,
employees.
not just teachers, so.
Not just
all
teachers.
staff. Yeah.
It's not,
all staff.
it's all staff, and even substitutes that we have, regular substitutes that can go in and working with Mr. Wooten to provide a letter for our staff that don't have like name badges or
Badges,
anything
yeah,
like that. They
requires a
might
badge.
just do it for just as an employee of the Lamar County School District, so they can take that to the vaccine area to get that, so.
Are we doing, and I'm assuming that voluntary, vaccinations are voluntary?
Yes, they are.
Correct.
Yes, yeah, not mandatory.
So, right now, we're just working towards getting as many as possible. We do know that there's some that are hesitant and apprehensive about the vaccine. And we'll cross those bridges as we get there. So, but what was a vote on and approved earlier is that our COVID leave will last until March 30th, at least, unless there's another executive order from the federal government that passes down. But right now, we can't, we got to act on the information we have now. And so what we'll do is March 31st, that should give us enough time, hopefully, if we can get the vaccines in so that we can, all staff who want to get vaccinated can get vaccinated. And I was very impressed today with Dr. Dobbs and him. What he said was that what they're seeing is about an 80% after the first vaccination. It's an 80% chances that, that it was I won't say a cure rate because it's not really cured. And the vaccine doesn't keep you from getting the virus, it keeps you from having these such ill effects from the virus.
How much is it?
Kind of like the flu, exactly. And so it was very interesting to hear him talk about vaccinations and what, how they're doing it. Way I understood it is that sooner or later they'll have a flu vaccine too. So it would be pretty much, catered to how they can cater that and get it to where, I know they already have flu shots and those
Right,
vaccinations, but it's kind of a guesstimate right now, but they can do more to be more responsive to it, so.
They will have to go to a healthcare provider to get it to
Well,
health
that's-
department or hospital. Or
Yeah, right now, that's right.
That's what it is right now.
Yes, and so because of how the vaccine, especially the,
You have to be certified to get it.
Correct.
You can't, the school nurses can't get it.
That's what I was going, that's what I was trying to get to.
Yes.
I wish we could,
And
but-
bring
and then,
some to the
then the, not with her, but the other one has to.
Pfizer
Has to be stored at negative
80
80,000 degrees
Celsius.
Celsius.
Yeah, something ridiculous, yes. So, and so we're looking at giving time for our staff who wants to go, allowing them to be able to go get.
I do know that was a question they asked Dr. Dobbs. I watched last Friday's, he does the School Board Association thing every Friday, and somebody asked the question, were they gonna open up times for K-12 staff to go? Because right now, the way it's working is it's Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 or something, 8 to, so it's hard for teachers to get off of school and then be able to go. He was saying they were working on opening up more available, more places for them to get the vaccine and adding more slots on maybe weekends.
Yes, and so we'll work with our staff and our principals will work with our staff to get those vaccines as soon as possible, whenever possible. So I feel good about where we're at and where we're going with it. And so still just trying to make sure that we don't miss an opportunity.
Right. Okay. Anything
Thank
else
you.
for Dr.
No, I'm good, thank you.
All right. We'll move on to item number 14, which is to set our next regular scheduled meeting for February 8th, 2021. We will do it live stream beginning at 6 p.m. unless things change as far as executive orders go.
Nice.
Everybody good with that date?
Yes.
Need a motion on behalf of it.
Yep, go ahead and make a motion.
So moved.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Jeannie. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Item number 15 is our consent agenda.
What was the item that was removed? I'm sorry.
We are going, item B5. B5.
So the consent agenda for purchases.
I found it.
Mr. Braswell, any questions?
No, not.
Comments? Ms. Hedgeland?
No question.
Mr. Mayo?
Come on,
All right, looking forward for a motion.
move to approve consent agenda items.
Thank you, Matt. For a second.
Second.
Jim, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Go to item number 16, which is other. We have no other. Excuse me. Item number 17 is to consider executive session. We have 3 personnel matters, resignation, and 2 extended leave requests.
I move to consider executive session for personnel and legal requests.
Have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Thank you, Matt. You have a second? Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're in executive session.
Kind of stinks and I didn't get him away from the target.
Loud now.
Oh, sorry.
Hang on, it's coming back.
It's going now. You're talking about it. It's coming.
I'd say that in public anyway. You need to say that.
All right, you're live.
Okay, item number 19 is to exit executive session. I have a motion.
Move to exit executive session.
Thank you, Jim. Have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Jeannie. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Item number 20 is a recess. I have a motion.
We recess.
Thank you, Matt. Have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Jeannie. All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed? We are in recess. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. That's it?
That's-
Clear?
Why don't we